here. I'm coming live at you with a bag of Ruffles and some sugar-free Sprite for a writing update. Now, I did a live stream on my Facebook page yesterday where I went through the latest news. However, it wasn't the latest news because also yesterday, you may know, but probably don't know, I did a live stream on YouTube that's a Write With Me live stream. Um, I've been seeing more writers do that. I think to prove that it's a human that's writing their book. So look at me as I do it. All you miss there is me kind of typing alongside some uh, copyright free lo fi while also occasionally making faces as I try to think. But amazingly, in after that live stream, I kept writing and I kept writing and I kept writing and I didn't stop until like 10 at night. And by that point in time, I had written like 25 pages, 25, 26, so a little over 10,000 words, which was amazing because that put me right in the middle of the climax of my latest book, which is called Witch Family Values. And if you've been following my career, you will know that most of the time it takes me like 3, 6, or 8 months to put out a book. That's usually like, especially in the beginning during the pandemic when, like many people, I was doing nothing. I was able to write a lot. There was one year where I put out, of course, these are things, I was putting out things that I'd also written in advance. I put out like 5 books one year. I know, amazing. My brain was really tired after that. Now, this last year or so, I have not done that. In fact, I've not put out a book. Oh my God, how long has it been since I put out a book? Let me go to my Kindle Direct Publishing bookshelf to see when I last put out a book. Okay, it was, let's see. I'm going to see when I really put this out. Okay. April 17th of last year is my last book, which if I was I don't know, if I was like a Stephanie Meyer or something, that'd be perfectly fine, you know. But for the indies, it is a really a publisher perish situation. Um, and I just been in a bit of a writing rut. In the live stream I did on Facebook, where I was quite emotional. And also, the quality looks like I filmed it on a potato, so I'm not going to put it here. But I was quite emotional because I was talking about some stuff going on in my life in the last month where I had to have like an emergency surgery. I was in and out of the hospital. I had a fight with the insurance company. I lost some of that fight with the insurance company. Then I got laid off from a job. And this is a job that I've had for nearly a decade. And in the last like 6, 8 months, like I've been really working quite a bit on special projects and volunteering for stuff and just essentially trying to save my bacon. Because I could tell that they were, they were doing a number of layoffs. So I was working really hard to try to secure myself. But inevitably, the axe came for me as well. So I was very emotional in my last thing because I was talking about, oh my gosh, like I feel like I've disappointed people, and I also was laid off, and I got to pay this big bill, so I feel like a big poor failure, yada yada yada. And then something happened. I kept writing and writing and writing to the point where the momentum, because I was kind of like, it's like keep in mind, it's not like I haven't been plugging away at this book. I actually have like, the version that I worked so much on. This was version that was like, it's still labeled Witch Family Values New Start because I had started before on another draft of it where I just trashed it because I didn't like it. So that ate up a good amount of time. But I've been working on this steadily over like the last year or so, actually. But because of fall starts and then also just life stuff, not making very much progress, and I hit the murky middle. But after doing that live stream and stuff like that, I started hitting into the third act where like you have already finished all the misdirections, you've laid all the clues, the villains, the red herrings, the allies, all the things, you have planted them. They are in the field, they are seeded, they are growing, it's ready for the harvest. So really, like once you get to that part, you just kind of like you just it's like riding a sled down a hill. Like you are just the momentum has you, which is fantastic. um I feel really good about it. I've continued to plug away, and I've gotten to where I've gotten up to the point where I can write the epilogue. Now usually I try to do another round of going back, reading, editing, blah blah blah, before I do the epilogue, because I go over my notes of things that I needed to add, things I have to put in, because you figure out stuff in the later part of the book and then you got to put it in the beginning, yada, yada, yada. Changing names. I got a number of names in this one where they start with C and M, and I'm like, oh, that's going to confuse people, so I'm going to have to change some side character names. But I feel really good. And not only did I get a whole bunch done in the book, and keep in mind, because I moved to Brazil, because I fell in love, it was a whole thing. It happened last year. Like, if you wonder, like, oh, why is she not, like, so active? It's because I'm out here living life, baby cakes. But it also means that I had to, like, change my how I write, where I write, when I write. My brain's been tired because I'm also trying to learn, like, Brazilian Portuguese at the same time. And I've been plugging away at this in a while. And I'm still bad. Like today, like the waiter, when I went out to eat and stuff like that, to do a little celebrating thing for myself, the waiter forgot the dessert, and it took me like 20 minutes of just like breaking through my own shyness and stuff like that to be like, por favor, sobremesa. Anyway, so I've had to like I've been going through all sorts of different methods to be like Stella, getting my groove back. Stella's groove was writing. But I feel really good. And then on top of things, because keep in mind how I told you at the beginning of this, my live stream on Facebook was emotional, also features quite the rant. Um, I guess about late stage capitalism in the middle of it, because of the layoff and just kind of like, betrayal and having blah, blah, blah. Then because I've been doing interviews and stuff like that, because I've seen like the writing on the wall and stuff like that. But the job market stinks, so you kind of want to like be prepared, and it takes a while sometimes in my field for people to hire, because I work a lot in academia, in programs like that. But one of the positions that seemed very interested talked to me about next steps. But you never know how these things are going to go. They can act like they love you, and then you never hear from them again. It's like dating nowadays. But that night, I got sent a contract, so I'm going to start that new job next week. So in the span of just what, like 24 hours, like less than that, in less than a day, circumstances have changed, emotions have gone up, the writing has improved. And like if you are a writer or a creative of any kind, you know how it feels to kind of like essentially have a creative constipation. If that helps people who are not the writerly type get an idea of what it feels like to have like a writer's block, it is like a constipation. And for the last like 8 months more, I have felt that way. Like with my writing, every time writing has been like pulling teeth. I've done all the tricks in the book. Like I even like have been exploring dictation, which is not my bag, but it actually came as kind of helpful. Like I've been doing everything I can to just scratch away at this book, and finally, I felt gave a big push, did that live stream right with me, and then I just rode the momentum. So now I'm wondering if I need to just start most of my sessions with a live stream. I hope not, because that means that I always have to like have makeup on and look presentable, as opposed to my natural writing state, which is to look a little bit like a swamp hag. Who knows? Anyway, that is the writing update. That's a life update. Things are looking up in Sammytown. So thank you guys for your support. I'm going to reach out to my beta readers. I'm going to reach out to my copy editor. We're going to see some movement. We should see which family values come out later this year. Like, if everything moves quickly, which I don't know if anything really does. But potentially, if things move quickly, which don't quote me on this, I would love it if I could have like a Halloween spooky time release and get that out before Christmas. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, folks, thanks so much for the wait. I know that people have written to me. People have asked, what's up with this book? Are you doing this? Are you pulling a George R.R. Martin? Nobody actually said that last part. That's me to me, because I am my worst critic. But it's, we got there, guys. We got there. We got a book coming up. I got a job to pay for editing and all the stuff that comes with publishing a book. So huzzah, huzzah. And as for the audiobook, because I did those audiobooks that I put up for free here. Please check them out. As you might guess, not everybody likes it because it's not like I cloned my voice using what, through my research, is supposed to be the most ethical AI voice software. I mean, it's like the most ethical chicken farm, I guess. Like something's dying. Like it's still a slaughterhouse, but I did use that for the other ones, and I cloned my own voice, so it's not stealing anybody's voice. Like Ursula in The Little Mermaid, it's mine. But people don't like them, which I get it. Like I mostly did that, and keep in mind, for all of those, I still end up out of pocket $1,000, which is better than paying a human, which I cannot. Like, come on, people. Like you just the whole thing can't afford that. Like let's be real. And a lot of that is because audiobooks, like, there's a really good chance they fail. So it's never been a gamble that I've wanted to make. However, people do listen to them on here. So I'm going to go halfway with you guys. And I'm going to read the book once it's out and stuff like that. And you're good. And like, I'll do live streams and chapters for it. And we'll see. You guys can let me know. Okay, this would be hilarious if I read that book. And people are like, boo, bring back the robot, which they might. We don't know. But anyway, so that's the deal, lemon peel. Those are the updates. That's the word, bird. As for the title of this live stream, it's because I was eating chips and I thought of that meme. And unlike many of my updates where I'm like, it's still going about the book, but inside I'm dying because like it's like pulling teeth every time I write like one word. I can say for certain, it's going, and it's gone. We did it, guys. We got there. We have got there. So I'm gonna have a book, man. Yeah, I'm pretty jazzed about it. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna drink my Sprite, eat my chips, maybe play a bit of video game, call my mom, and just like enjoy today because you know what, things are going good. I'm moving up in the world. I mean, not really. I'm just kind of like, kind of in the same place, but in a better emotional situation, I think, for sure. Okay, guys, I don't know how to end these things, so I'm just going to click end. Bye.